right, so you probably know his book that inspired the film Sideways and went on to win multiple awards. Well, Cody now standing by with author Rex Pickett with more on how you can meet him in person. And this may be the greatest book tour I've ever heard of.
I think so. Rex, you are an unbelievable writer, but also a very smart book signing man. We like this idea of going to wineries to talk about the book.
Well, I've always, thought that, the brand recognition, I hate to use the word brand, but it is definitely a brand, is so huge in wine country, and it was never done before. And so with my new publisher, Blackstone, we came out with a hardcover, Cody. It's never been in hardcover before, if you can believe that.
No, I cannot believe that.
Yeah, no, it's unbelievable. So we've got so many events. I'm actually on a book tour of it, but going mostly to wineries and wine festivals and starting up here in Napa, Sonoma. Just so exciting. We've already had a couple of events and they just sold out really fast. So, it's just been so validating, I guess, for me, because a lot of people think Sideways was the Immaculate Conception. They just made a movie, and I wish I had $10 every time somebody said, I didn't know there was a book behind it. So.
You're saying it breaks your heart just a little bit, I'm sure. But I like
and the pocketbook. But go ahead.
I like the idea it's in hardback because, quite honestly, I've spilled some wine on the soft version I've got.
Oh wow, you actually read it. Well, that's great. No, the hardcover is absolutely gorgeous, and we're coming out with a series. So I've written a couple sequels. Sideways Chile and Sideways New Zealand. I just got back from 6 months in New Zealand. Miles and Jack Cody are in a camper van on a book tour from hell, and it's really that's going to come out at the end of the year. And even better news, I just signed a deal. And it's going to be either Sideways Rioja or Sideways Burgundy coming up next. I have to go there, Cody. It's a tough job.
If you need somebody to carry your bags, I will go with you, my friend.
You're hired.
Did you have any idea the effect your book was going to have on the wine industry and people visiting wineries?
Absolutely not. When I wrote the book, I was just hoping it would get published. I couldn't get arrested. I had a tough time, and I'd made a couple feature films, went through divorce, all kinds of problems. It was a really, really low moment in my life. And I think the secret sauce with the book, and I'm getting it from people, is, I wrote in this confessional way, and I was in a despairing place, but I made it funny. And I think you can kind of sell despair. And I made Miles, Paul Giamatti in the movie, he's my alter ego. I write in first person. I think I made him relatable. I made him human. And it resonates with people today, Cody. They remember that film like it came out yesterday. And that is just, I think that's the greatest honor. It's not about money or anything else. It's that, being remembered is most important to me, really. And so now with this tour, I go to these places and these people come up to me. Your movie meant so much to me, and I want to read the book and everything else. I can't tell you how that just almost brings tears to my eyes. It really does.
Have you heard anything from the Merlot makers, though?
That's the number one question. And the number one thing I have to sign in my books, no effing Merlot. Oh, they just laugh. I just signed that over and over. It was actually ultimately good for the Merlot makers. And this is a longer story. It's way too big, too long for, the segment. But, actually, ultimately it was good because the $5 Merlot makers left the business and the really good ones, stayed in there. But it was really great for Pinot Noir. But even more so, Cody, I'm up here in Napa now. It was great for just the wine world in general. Wine tasting used to just be, you showed up for free and you went through a swinging screen door and there was a barking dog. It was just you and the tasting room manager. Well, you know how it is now in Napa, Sonoma. It's expensive. It's almost like a concierge, and a lot of that has to do, not at the risk of immodesty, has to do with the movie. It made wine tasting. It's not just for wine connoisseurs and snobs and whatever. It's for everybody.
No, absolutely. I love the book. Of course, I love the movie. I cannot wait for the next ones. Cannot wait, my friend.
Yeah, Sideways New Zealand is going to be great, and I'm going to go to Spain in October. That's a long story. I've done Sideways the play, and it's been on a national tour in Spain for a year and a half, and they're going to revive it. We have Sideways the musical too. It's funny. So, but the thing I'm really excited about is having my own online bookstore now, because when you buy the books from me, you get them autographed, you get them inscribed, and that I mean, I'm telling you, I don't want to talk about money because really the art was really the most important thing to me. But I make, for the same price, I make a lot. But you buy it on Amazon, I make nothing. And that's
well,
just
tell them real quick how they can get them signed and everything. Let's skip Amazon.
Thank you for asking. I don't want to sound like some marketing, but rexpickettbooks.com. It's real simple, and you can put your inscription in there, and the orders go out the next day. And I'm so excited to sign them. And I have a great publisher in Blackstone. They've reissued this. We did the deal for the next novels. And they're also coming out with Sideways New Zealand. So go to rexpickettbooks.com to get it inscribed and autographed. I'll write anything you want. There's no limitations, but we actually give you a couple choices, But it's been a fun ride. That most people, Cody, their book maybe came and went, their movie came and went. Here we are, we're building toward a 20-year anniversary of the release of the movie, October 2024.
Oh, wow.
There's a documentary coming out. There's a book coming out about it, written by a friend of mine. And there's a lot of big events. And so I'm honestly, I'm on tour until that 20-year anniversary. It's a big deal in the wine world. So it's been nice to suddenly get some of the recognition for, I created the universe. Yes, Alexander Payne made a beautiful movie. Paul Giamatti and Virginia Matz and Thomas Hayden Church, they brought it to life.
Yeah,
no question. I give them all the credit. But you know what? It starts with those words, Cody. It really does. So.
Rex, thank you so much. It's an honor talking to you. I have enjoyed the movie. I have enjoyed the books. I just think you're fabulous. And keep it up, my man.
Thank you so much. Okay. Have a good day.
Have a good one.
Thank you for having me on.
You are welcome, sir. And let's have a glass of wine sometime. You're around. All right, back to you, John.
Thanks, Cody.